I made a deputation to the Board of Health on September 23rd, 2019, and they lost the video recording of my deputation. It's not on record at Public Health. And so they sent me this. This is what's on record down at the Board of Health at the present time. And the most vital information is missing from here also. This is the cover page of the information I sent. This is page 1, what they have on record. My speech. But they're missing page 2. The references. Now without the references, this means nothing. Page 1. Missing page 2. This is page 3. I made a deputation to this on February 25th to the Board of Health, inquiring about this, about naloxone, and they make no mention of rescue breathing, and the photo has no rescue breathing barrier mass. Then we have this from September the 4th, signed by 45 people of this, and there's no mention of rescue breathing in the 22 recommendations. So I phoned a bunch of these people up, wondering what the heck is going on, because they've taught millions of people on your tax dollar all the signs of respiratory emergency, which proves your heart's beating, and then deny rescue breathing and give chest compressions to a beating heart. And these laypersons are eagerly following doctors' orders. Anyway, these are the signatures. Now we go down here to the bottom. Dr. Rosanna Salvataria. Now you got Dr. Rita Sheehan. She was in Toronto Public Health. I've had many conversations with her. That's where this chest compressions came from. So the good doctor from Peterborough had a bunch of people sign letters, and this is the copy. 234 medical professionals. I also signed this letter addressed to the Premier and the Minister of Health, April 2016. And there was a late addition added to the letter. A friendly amendment was added into the final letter as request received to ensure naloxone access was made explicit beyond the prescription for life. I made a deputation to that prescription of life just years ago at the Board of Health. No mention of rescue breathing. And then this, a significant and rapid expansion of emergency first aid treatment. That's what first aid is. It's rescue breathing. It has nothing to do with your heart. It's called first aid rescue breathing, which there's hundreds of causes of breathing emergency, and the signs mimic drug overdose. This is a letter signed by 734 medical professionals. I was one of the signers. Hand delivered to the Premier at the legislature. I was there. I was interviewed by the press for 20 minutes about this issue, and it wound up on the cutting room floor. Just a little snippet about an entirely different story. Zoe Dodd was also interviewed. Same effect. Anyway, on your tax dollars is going around to teach millions of people how to kill everyone. And there's going to be $1 billion class action suit one day. No brainer for the lawyers. suing the government, and you're going to pay for it all. This is what was in page 1, my deputation. And the references are on page 2. The mayor and the medical officer of health at a press conference in 2016 said, "Stop murdering everyone." Doctors teaching millions of people how to kill doctors. And they're doing it. Down here at the bottom, the reference is number 8, Health Canada. The executive director at Health Canada got fired in January 2019 for blowing the whistle on how we're all being murdered. You suffer a breathing emergency, deny rescue breathing, they die. You pound on a beating heart, they die. Health Canada, 2018, September, removed rescue breathing. They used to have the proper instructions. Andy Pringle, the chair of the Toronto Police Services, was also there on this day. Made a deputation about overdose and mental health issues. I had a chat with them and handed them a copy of this. 2 pages, and my business card said, "Did you know that millions of people have been taught to deny rescue breathing and give chest compressions to a beating heart?" His response was, "I've never heard of such a thing." Well, he has now, because they're murdering police officers and their family members and doctors, and doesn't matter who you are, rich or poor. I've had to stop people from pounding on their children's chest, seize your patient, knocked unconscious, because that's what children have, breathing emergencies, not cardiac arrests. You can read the comment box. All this information is up there in the YouTube video. And I want you all to make yourselves physically and emotionally ill, denying a self-evident truth. You're being mass murdered on your tax dollar. And then there's so many left with permanent brain damage, as Dr. Sept mentioned. Why would you want to kill your own children and say nothing? Next time someone tells you you're all being mass murdered, you might want to listen for a minute and then maybe pick up the phone and talk to these monsters. And watch them shake too. As soon as you start talking to the MDs and the politicians, they start visibly shaking because they know what they're doing is wrong. It's called agnotology, the deliberate fomenting of ignorance or doubt in society. Costing you fortune. Anyway, spark up.